How are you doing tonight? Give it up for our host. Thank you very much for doing this. So a little bit about myself. I am from rural North Carolina. Lived out here about 10 years, and when I first moved out here, I lived in Studio City, and I got some calls from people back home, and they said, "You live in Hollywood, right?" And I said, "Well, it's kind of, I live across the mountain from Hollywood. It's kind of like a UK, England thing where it's not really." And so my buddy called me and asked me that, and about 45 minutes later, he's like, "So you live in Scotland?" I'm like, No, I'm in Hollywood, don't worry. He says, "You ever meet any celebrities?" And I said, it's a common question. I've met Mel Gibson, I've shook James Caan's hand, got a restraining order from Selma Hayek. Really proud about that one. I don't think it was my fault though. See, when you get a signed letter from somebody, you're like, this is a good thing. That cease and desist letter is still on my nightstand framed, so feel pretty good about that one. My wife hates it, but she's just jealous of what me and Selma had. So he says, his name's Tommy, by the way, and Tommy says, if you ever meet George Clooney, I want you to tell him he's a smug SOB. I was like, I'll keep that in mind. Don't think I'm going to do that. But I get it. Like, smugness is not an attractive quality, and maybe George Clooney can be smug sometimes. But who's way more smug is my wife when she is winning at Monopoly and the game's like 75% through and it's obvious that she's going to win. The smugness factor just goes up a notch. And just, you'll land on the Spacers and she's like, "Oh, that's $26 rent. Excuse me, I own all three. That's $52. You can hand that right over." And it seems like whenever she's winning, she gets all the best like chance and community chess cards and all that kind of stuff. So she'll roll the dice, pick up the chance code. "Oh, advance to go, $200. You can just hand that over." She'll roll the dice again, like, "Oh, second place in a beauty contest, that's $15. And I kind of end the game right there when I ask her who got first place, Selma Hayek, and she gets really upset, tosses the board.